Hello everyone, this is Carol. I'm back to share another journal with you. This time it is a design team project for Kelly's Crafts. Kelly has done a beautiful kit, and the name of that is the Book Lover's Journal. If you love to read, this is the journal for you. It helps you record everything about the books you've read, the books you liked, the books you didn't like, the books you perhaps want to read. But it was a fun journal to make, and there's so many pretty pages that she's given to this kit. The book itself is 5 3/4 inches wide, 8.5 inches tall, 1.5 inch spine. It is a hardcover, and the back I have done a page from the kit. This is 100% Kelly's kit. I've named the kit A Reader's Book of Notes. I've made a little book plate here that you can see with some prints from the kit, and that says A Reader's Book of Notes, the title of the book. I've added a little bit of stickles and some gold right here at each corner. I just thought that added a little flair to it. There's cheesecloth under the print or the image from the kit, and I put different colors of cheesecloth under the little pictures here, the images. And these all are in the kit. I've downsized these so they would fit on the cover. You'll see them again in the kit and many of these throughout the book. This is paper from my stash. I've added a flower. I saw Laura Bain do that to hide the hitch post closure. There's always a screw on the other side of that, and I don't like it showing, so I thought that was a good idea. When I saw her adding the flower, I did the same thing. I've got a little, This Book Belongs To label. This is a tag from the kit. I've added a bow, and as always you will see I do line all of my tags so there's more writing space and it's a lot easier to write. I've added a lot of flat back gems on wherever I could with the Martha Stewart punch here. This is the mini 8 punch that I've used for the corner. This is images from the kit, and I have made it a pocket inside of there. Kelly gives us this is recommendations, and inside there's little journaling cards that have title, author, and notes. So those fit right into the envelope, and I put those in here. Next page is from the kit. And these are extra pages. You will see these throughout the book, and I have put them in different pockets and tuck spots throughout, so you would have extra paper to record your books. It says title, author, in what year was the book published, the genre, the brief synopsis of the book, the memorable characters. Is there anything you didn't like about the book, and would you recommend the book? And so that's the other side. Then has the same thing, and so I have tucked extra printed out and tucked extra pages of those into some of the pockets. It's a kind of a gold speckle. This is paper from my stash, and I thought it went so well with this book and this kit, so I made pockets there. I've also zigzagged around every page with copper thread. I thought that matched the book so well. There's a little tag from the kit, as is this, or journaling card, I should say. And then I've added trim from Hobby Lobby. Here are little quotes that are in the kit. This one says, oh, magic hours when a child first knows she can read printed words, by Betty Smith. And so there are probably 4 or 6 of these little cards and quotes that are different in the actual kit itself. And of course I've backed it, as I said, with lined paper. This is paper from my stash. I've used Martha Stewart Punch and flat back gems here. Then this is one of the pages that I told you about with the title, the author, and such. There are several. She's given us several of these in the kit, so you can use those for the books that you've read and record them. This one has memorable quotes, and more memorable quotes on little cards that she's written. So if you want to write different things in the book or quotes you've read or you wanted to remember, there's places for there to write. This is for notes. It has the little the paper that's in the kit. And this is my coffee dyed paper with Dollar Tree lace here. This is a Martha Stewart Punch that I've made a little tuck spot. Put the flat back gems there, and there are more of these little journaling cards here. You will see these images on larger pages throughout the book also. Then I have a book I was gifted actually by my daughter, an old book. I believe it was 1920 was the copyright. And it was so, the pages I didn't realize were so fragile. But this particular one works so well. It says My Book House. I thought, oh, is that perfect for this book? So I I added some washi tape and secured it more with the little thin gold washi tape there around the edges so that it wouldn't wear and tear with time. But and the other side says the treasure chest. Here's another one of those quoted journaling cards. There's a little kitty that is coming out from the pocket here, and that is the same cat that is here. And I've cut that out of one of the journaling cards and placed him as if he's hiding under the pocket. There is another journaling card that I've added a bow to. This is my paper from my stash. There's lots of extra writing space in this book also. There's another journaling card that I've added lace to. This is a pocket in the kit, and these little circles are also in the kit. This is a book, I believe it's called My Dear Jane, or Dear Jane, I believe it is, that I purchased at Joann's. And these books, you'll see other similar things that I've used as pockets and tags. And I cut, that was on one page of the actual paper pad. And so I cut that out and made it a pocket. Added a little gold. I don't know if that shows up, the shimmery gold in there, so it looks gold leafed. Here's a tag from the kit. Another one of those quotes from the kit. This one says, "Make it a rule never to give a child a book you would not read yourself." George Bernard Shaw. And that is there. Here are 2 tickets that are from the kit. She gives you several tickets that you can use. And there's another page from the kit. And here's more of the the pages for recording your books, and more of these memorable quote pages. I've tried to put several in there and notes so that there would be lots of writing space and places to record. This says, "When we are young, we read and believe the most famous thing, or fantastic things." And here is a tag from the kit, and 2 more tickets that are from the kit. And I've even put lined backing on those. Here is a napkin that I thought red was so appropriate for this to add to this book. So I had a napkin that I decoupaged on the corner here. There's the doily, and this is, I had this in my stash, this cup of tea or coffee, whatever you choose, hot chocolate, and it's setting on top of the books, the stack of books all ready to read. There you can write on that part of the doily. Here's more of that napkin on the background here. More of that paper from my stash that I've made another pocket into. Here is a tag from the kit and a library card from the kit and another ticket. Here is a pocket that is in the kit and another tag and more tickets. She gives you ample tickets and tags and journaling cards, and it made it so easy to work with this. Then I took the same punch that I used to do the kind of belly band tuck spot up in the front of the book, and I did a corner tuck spot with that. And there's another tag from the kit that I've added ribbon. This is my coffee dyed paper, and I thought that paper turned out so well for this particular book because it just looks old and speckled like you would want in an old book. This is books that I have read. This is one of her pages, and there's more of the pages to write and record the books you've read. There's several pages there. And here's another pocket with a quote on it. And I won't read all of those quotes for the sake of time, but there's another ticket or journaling or a tag. There's a little journaling card, the round one with books on it, and another ticket. Here's more of those pages extra that I've tucked into these tuck spots. This is the middle of the first signature. And I said that, did I say there's one signature in this book? And this is the middle. Here is the little flowers that I've added with the gems. There are 65 pages front and back in this book. More places to write and more pages to record. This is the other side of those pages. There's several of those, so this is in the kit. Some of these I didn't put pockets or anything on. I just thought they were so pretty. I really loved some of the images she chose to design for the pages, and they just look so rich looking in the book. Here's another one of those circles, and here is a postcard that's in the kit. And this is a little thing from my stash. It's an ink bottle. That is actually a stamp, and I've stamped it and cut it out and made it into a little piece of ephemera. There's cheesecloth behind it, flat back gems on the corner tuck spot. More places to write. Here's another little pocket. This was a journaling card, and I made it into a pocket, added the trim, the lace trim, and there's another journaling card that is tucked inside this one. This blue paper is from the kit also. That's what you see on the back and the front of the book. And this actually opens up, and you have 2 more pages of writing space here. I made it into kind of a booklet within the book. Here's another one of those ink bottles. This time it has the fountain pen with it, and some lace and cheesecloth there. Paper from my kit and added lace. And there's another little circle from the kit. This is a tag with added ribbon and another postcard from the kit. Here's another one of those parts of that doily that I have, or napkin that I've decoupaged onto the doily. The other side I left plain so you could write on it. Here's a top corner tuck spot with a journaling card. I've added a Recollections flower and a little gem. That had a little wooden type center to it, and I took that off and made it match the gems that I have throughout the book. Another postcard that I made this time into a pocket. Here's another one of those quotes. This one is "Think before you speak, read before you think," from Lebowitz. And there's another card tag from the kit. Here's more of those memorable quote pages and notes. And more of the pages to record. Here's another pocket from the kit, another quote, and another library card, and another tag that I've added, or journaling card that I've added lace to. Then here's a plain coffee dyed paper. I've added lace to the edge. Here is another part of that book, that paper pad that I told you, the Dear Jane paper pad that I purchased at Joann's a long time ago. And I've kind of saved these because I felt one day I would have something special to use them for, and this is the day. Because there's part of that book. I cut that in half. It was part of the paper pad, and made that a tuck spot, put the little bottle of ink there, and a feather for a feather pen. And I thought the red went well again in the book, and then this I made a tag out of. And added the gold ribbon. Here is the pen that I told you is a stamp, and I stamped it, colored it in, added the gold and the black, and then I put this on a double lace ruffle. I thought that went very well there. Here's the other side of that book page, and then this is a key that I've embossed with gold embossing powder, heat embossed it. More writing space here, and there's more of those memorable quote pages, as well as notes and a page to record. A couple pages there. Another postcard I made into a pocket, added lace. There's another journaling card, and another journaling card, and here is more of the paper, extra paper. This one says book characters that I found disturbing in the book. So that tucked right in there, so there would be extra of that. And there is a belly band that I made, again from that Dear Jane page. And this is my little slide that I can't take the credit for originality on that. Carol Tinson does those, and the Bohemian Crafter does those also. And I'm sure there are others that do it too, but those are the two that I saw and found and was inspired by. This is quotes, the little pocket that's in the kit, and this one says source and quote. So there's a couple of cards in there that Kelly gives us, and that goes there. This is another page from the kit, and I've got a journaling card here, and this one says book characters that I found disturbing. I added lace and made that a journal card instead of a page. And that right in there, and here is another pocket that I have paper again tucked into, and that brings us to the end of the journal and the back page. This is the letter that I put in all of my journals, and Kelly was actually one of the inspirations of this letter, as well as Jib and Neri. and they have inspired me and want to write the letter, and also I added my words from my own heart to the purchaser or the person who ends up with this journal and all the journals that I do. And it just tells a little bit about what you can do with the journal and how to use a journal, and hopefully it will inspire you too. And that ends the flip through of this journal. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please put a like. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. I always check those and try to answer them. And I do appreciate all the lovely comments that you've been making, and in my groups I've just been getting wonderful, wonderful response, and I just cannot express in words how much I appreciate that from all of you. You truly are friends, and I just appreciate each one of you so much. I will be back with the 10-question challenge sometime this week. I have been challenged by actually two people, Mary Lou Fallows and Laura Bream. And Laura challenged me first, and I just could not do it at that time. And so then I got more caught up, and Mary Lou challenged me. So I decided I'd better finally accept that, and I will tell you who I'm going to challenge in that video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you'll come back soon and watch the next video. Bye.